Hello and Namaste. I am Vishwas Prabhakar Pitke, and once again I am with you in the third episode of Crystal Clear. Like previous two episodes, again I am here with the third concept, which is totally innovative. I was just thinking that since last 50 years, there is a chaos in the world. Entropy of the universe increases. This is the rule of thermodynamics, and same thing is happening even in sociology. We are wasting vital resources, both natural, land resources, all available forest resources, man-made resources, like anything. We are fighting with each other. Nations are fighting with each other. And a situation may come that somebody may come and someone may think that why not to unite everyone together? And this is what the job which I am doing. I feel that possibly in near future it may happen that a global syndicate may be formed. There will be no nation, and there will be only a large population which requires to be taken care of. Population requires resources for living, their energy, and their food and other things. Now, if that is the case, I am here to state a concept that yes, we can form such syndicate very nicely, and there are ample resources available, and we can practically do it. So I started doing calculation, and I'm showing you all these calculation. Please see these calculations on the screen. Now, let us start with the population. Today we are 8 billion, and that is our global population. What if, suppose, we create a family of 6 persons? That means father, mother, their 2 kids, and grandpa and granny, which is a typical family size. Suppose for 6 persons we allocate a plot of 80 feet by 80 feet. That means 6,400 square feet plot. As per rules in India, you can build one third of that plot into construction. So, one third of 6,400 square feet is equal to 2,133.33 square feet. That means every family of 6 members can get a land plot of 6,400 square feet, and they can build a house of 2,133.33 square feet, which is quite lavish by any standard. Now, suppose we create a group of 100 such plots of 80 by 80 lined together, that is in a row of 100, and back to back another 100 such plots are created. So we will get a residential area of 20 200 such plots of 80 by 80 square feet, and we can build 200 such houses. Each house will be of 2,133.33 square feet, in which only 6 persons can live. That means in this residential zone of 200 flats, 1,200 persons can live. See this in the figure which I am showing you on the screen. Now, on the left side of this residential area or residential block, suppose we earmark 200 square feet wide road, 100 square feet one direction, 100 square feet another direction, and opposite to this also another 200 square feet is earmarked, 100 square feet for one direction, 100 for another direction. So we will get a module if you see the size of this module, it is about 2.5 kilometer wide and 109 meter, that is the breadth of it. That means, the length of this particular module is 2.5 kilometer and the breadth is 109 meter, that is 0.109 kilometer. If you see the area, this area is just 0.27 kilometer square, which is equal to slightly more than 1/4 square kilometer. The conclusion is, in an area of 1/4 square kilometer, we can accommodate 1200 persons by giving them a lavish flats and lavish size roads. Now, if this module we can go on implementing, attaching to nearby land, naturally we will get a very large mass of housing complex with wide roads surrounding every such 200 flats residential area. Now, let us come on the road side. We are already given 100 square feet unidirectional road, 100 square feet wide one direction, 100 square feet on another direction. See the diagram again. Now, as per Institution of Transportation Development Policy and Indian Road Congress, revision first, the rules say that every roadside must have footpath. Now there are three types of footpath which are categorized: footpath suitable in residential zone, footpath suitable for commercial zone, footpath suitable for high upmarket zone. If you see footpath size required for residential zone, it requires 0.5 meter size dead zone, about 2 meter wide pedestrian zone, and 1.5 meter size furniture zone. Furniture zone is adjacent to the actual road because lot many road furniture is required to be installed, like fire hose, then the road signs, then benches, garbage bins, post office box, and whatever it is. Now, the width of residential footpath is typically considered as 4 meter wide. In commercial zone, this width is considered as 5 meter, in which dead zone is considered as 1 meter, actual pedestrian zone is 2.5 meter, and furniture zone 1.5 meter, which makes 5 meter wide footpath in commercial zone. And in high up market zone, this becomes 1 meter dead zone, 1.5 meter furniture zone, and 4 meters is pedestrian zone. Sometimes it is 4.5 meter also, but it is about 6 to 6.5 meter should be the width in upmarket high commercial zone, high market zone. What we are doing, we will not take residential size of footpath for our residential zone. We will take commercial size footpath of 5 meter width in this universal syndicated city. Now, that means we are planning for far ahead future. So, on each side of the road, there will be a footpath of 5 meter wide for people to walk very happily, openly, and lavishly. Now, remaining road, we can have this 100 feet road cut by 5 meter due to footpath. Remaining road can be divided into 7 traffic lanes of 3.5 meters each. That means we will get a 7-lane unidirectional road for going, 7-lane unidirectional road for coming from 4 sides of our residential zone of 200 flats each. So the world will look like every 200 flats lavishly are surrounded by very wide footpath of 5 meter each and 7 plus 7, that is 14 lane road on all 4 sides. Don't you think entire world can be accommodated almost forever, irrespective of any population? I think the answer is yes. And even if you want more roads, then you can raise the pillar, build flyovers, or you can dig a hole and put underground metro and use even the below area of road also. And this covers just 55.61% of India. So don't worry about living and accommodating whatever may be the population of world. And if you really see 8 billion people, then we can accommodate 8 billion people like this in just 1.8 million square kilometer. 1.8 million square kilometer. 18 million square kilometer. Now, this real figure is actually 18,028,365 kilometers square. This is nothing but just 55.61% area of India. That means in a 55.61% area of India alone, we can accommodate 8 billion people on this earth. Every family of 6 persons will get 2133.33 square feet area of flat of their own with lavish roads surrounding their area. How do you feel? Now, you will think about okay, fine, what about next population? Okay, if we really see that the population, then this entire population too can be accommodated in India alone. Let us take a call. 10,000 BC, the population of the world was about 5 million. First AD, the population of world was about 300 to 600 millions. 1800 years after, that means in 1800 AD, global population first time became 1 billion. In 1800 years, it became 1 billion. But in next 130 years, that is in 1930, it became 2 billion, just in 130 years. Then in 1960, it became 3 billion. 1974, 4 billion. 1987, 5 billion. 2000, 6 billion. And today in 2022-23 we are 8 billions. It is projected that by 2057 global population will reach 10 billion. Now, social experts are stating that population will not explode in very huge way due to the enhancement of education, technology, social awareness, etc. But yes, it will increase and we have to create space even for this large population. So what's the problem? Because anyhow 8 billion population is already accommodated in a lavish house, a single floored lavish house. What if tomorrow global population becomes 16, that is double 16 billion? We can raise one floor on every house and accordingly we can accommodate another 8 billion population in another floor. We can go on increasing floors and we can go on accommodating 8 billion people, which is the increased population of the world at any given time. How far we can go? See, the logic is today, if you see the Burj Khalifa building of Dubai, there are 200 floors, out of which 163 floors are occupied by human beings for various applications. So we can happily and safely increase our floor size to 163 floors, and that means we can accommodate global population which is equal to 8 billion multiplied by 163 in lavish flats very nicely and safely. So I feel we need not worry where to put the people when the population will increase. As far as population is concerned, irrespective of any population, 55.61% Indian area is enough. Now, second point, this population requires energy. Now, when I was in Gulf and working as a renewable energy expert for various countries, I came to know that a group of earlier scientists, they stated that if we get a area of 100 kilometer by 100 kilometer in Sahara desert, and if we install concentrated solar power plant there, we will get enough electrical energy which is more than enough for entire world putting together. No country requires to operate their own power plant. This much is the potential of just 100 kilometer by 100 kilometer area in Sahara. Now, the group also later on calculated that the Sahara area can generate actually 25 times more energy than the world requires today. Energy means electrical energy. That much is the potential of only Sahara region. Now, when I sat for calculation along with my team, then we developed a logic. And of course, it's not great that anybody can calculate. If we install a concentrated solar plant in Sahara in an area 380 kilometers by 380 kilometers wide, it can generate all energy required for the world today. Now 380 kilometers by 380 kilometers area is equal to just 4.36% of Indian area. That means we can accommodate entire electrical energy giving power plant in India by occupying just 4.36% of India, which can give electricity to 8 billion people, which is today's global population. Now, since Sahara is having a very high solar power intensity and India is not having that much, so what? We will double the area. Instead of 4.36% of India, we will cover 10% to supply electricity to 8 billion people. That makes 55.61% for global accommodation, 10% for today's global energy demand can be met in India alone. Now, remaining 34.60% area is open for building schools, colleges, public infrastructure, malls, hotels, hospitals, whatever requires for the civilization to survive and enjoy. And that too with even wider roads and even wider footpath. What else you want? Understand, rest entire world is now empty. So, for future population, if more energy is required, farming is required, factories are required, those can be built in rest of the world. What I meant to say that if we can plan it nicely, the resources which are available to us, you can say given by God or you can say given by nature, they are more than enough for us to sustain practically till eternity if we stop the chaos. Now, what is the takeaway from all this? Takeaway is very simple. This is a perspective. You may need not call entire global population in India. You can put like this, 1/6 population in America, 1/6 population like this in China, 1/6 in Russia, 1/6 in Australia, 1/6 in India, 1/6 in Europe. Like that, we can divide this population instead of accommodating at one place. But the measurements are given by me, possibly. One may suggest something else, but it will be more or less like this only. So, if we can plan properly, we can stay happily forever. Almost 8,000, 10,000, or rather from today 12,000 years back, that means in 8,000, 10,000 BC, Indus Valley civilization were having nicely built up cities, not just homes. They were using fire clay bricks, well paved roads with gutters, with bathrooms, and they were staying in nicely built houses when entire Europe and so called America were actually staying in jungles without clothes, or maybe staying somewhere on the tree or somewhere in a cave. Now, this is the potential of Indus Valley civilization. If we can take it today, we can even stretch it far ahead than anybody's expectations. What is important for India? That India forgot all these things. We can claim our rightful place in the world again by planning this kind of cities in India. For example, we can create one such city to accommodate 1 million people in every state. There are almost 30-35 states in India. Every state will have this kind of city as a model city, and which will be connected with nearby villages or small other cities. And we can create a role model of such living standards in entire India, which can create a good building code. This is just I want to state. Think over it, and then once again we can come together for building better future for us. Thank you. Vishwas Pitke.